Okay, finally. And now, yay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. Okay. Interpretation, I already mentioned. Dear Czech people, we have 100 people from Czech signed up. We have many more of you from all over the world. Thank you so much for waiting and giving me this time to figure all this technology out. I haven't done this in a while, so now we can officially start. Welcome to the 8th Sing to the Whales event. It's, as many of you know, it's my joy and my absolute just an honor to have all of you with us, to have voices from all over the world do this together and express this awakening humanity feeling to the whales, express it through the sound, express it through the love we feel in our hearts, express it through the light language and the toning that we're going to do later. And it means so much to have all of you with me, with us. I'm sorry again about the slow start. I just needed to figure a few things out here. And now we can start first with the meditation. As you know, we always start with the meditation. Sorry, Marie, I was going really fast. Okay, so we're gonna just take a few deep breaths. And let go of anything that happened, of anything that we've been through today, in the last month, in the last year. Just allowing our energy to fully ground into this moment. And you can just gently say, I am here, I am fully present, as you take a deep breath. And we're gonna feel the next deep breath just touching the heart. Allow it to pass through your nose, down into your chest, and feel how it touches the heart. And as the breath touches the heart, we can say together, thank you. As you thank your heart, you allow yourself to relax more. You allow the next breath to come even deeper, to go even deeper into the body. And as you say thank you, we're gonna exhale again and go even deeper and relax even deeper. And we're gonna do that one more time. Deep in breath, feeling the lungs, feeling the body. The breath touching the heart, and as you exhale, you say thank you and you relax. Okay. And now we're gonna bring in the expansion, what we call the awareness of the collective human heart. And to do that, just imagine people from all over the world joining in right now, taking a deep breath with their heart. And saying thank you. And you're gonna feel there's something special that happens as we all together align in this breath, in the gratitude. in the intention. The intention to come together and sing to the whales. The intention to become conscious of the communication, of the song that is happening all the time. And knowing that as we do it in the group, as we do it as a collective heart, we increase the communication, the awareness, and also the potency of this. And every time you say thank you, as you exhale, you're going to feel how that potency increases a little bit more. And now we expand this again to bring our attention to the whales and dolphins. As before we ask this question, I ask this question, are the whales aware of our communication, our intent? And as you take a deep breath with the presence of the whales and the dolphins, just say thank you for their heart, for what they carry, for who they are. And now we're going to invite a specific whale from Maria, a humpback mother that came to me. And she's going to come from below and then spiral up, either in front of you or through your field. First, we're going to connect with her heart and just say thank you for being here. And then just observe with your inner eye this spiral from deep below, starting to come up. And as she comes near you, you're going to realize you start traveling with her. Your consciousness travels with the consciousness of the whale. And up the spiral, up to the surface. And then instead of just taking a breath at the surface, you break through the surface. And you follow the spiral up. The whale takes you up into this dimension of higher light. So as you travel up this spiral into this light, allow your consciousness to expand into it, to feel it. Allow your cells to align to this higher light. And this, for some of you, there might be something waiting here in this space. So just observe how your experience here unfolds. Are you simply asked to be and receive? Or is there something else you're guided to? And now, instead of traveling down the spiral, we'll simply connect the heartbeat of this higher light to the heartbeat of your body. Just feeling your heart for a second, aligning fully the physical heart. And feeling your cells in your body all the way down the legs, down to your feet and where you're sitting, aligning to this quality of the higher light. And just saying simply thank you for this alignment, for this light entering your body, allowing every cell to find its own perfect balance within this, allowing your vibration to shift to accommodate more of you. And taking a deep breath and saying thank you and relaxing a little bit more. And again, a deep breath and saying thank you and relaxing into the body a little bit more. And for the third time, thank you. So now I'm going to ask you to keep this awareness, keep this consciousness of this higher dimensional existence. Keep the vibration of that inside your body, inside your cells, even as we're going to now open our eyes again. And just simply look at the picture on the screen. This is the moment in the water when this meditation was given to me. And as I was later looking through the photos, I found that there was this orb of a heart on this picture. And to me, it represents the physical, one of the physical manifestations of this space. So just take a deep breath. and allow that to sink in a little bit more. Okay, the chat box is now working normally. Everything's working perfectly. And we're just gonna go from this space into, I just want to show the video as well of how this mother whale came and spiraled up. And this to me was very special because usually the mother whale just keeps swimming and lets the baby interact. And this time, as the mother was coming up, it first turned towards me and then kind of did this spiral that I'm talking about. So just take a moment and experience it now through your eyes, through your video, and remember to breathe. All right, thank you. So this was a very short version of sharing about this and just allowing us to experience this spiral of whale taking you up, but when it reaches the surface, it breaks through the surface and continues up, higher up the spiral. And whenever you feel like there's too much happening or that not everything is being aligned, just allow yourself to go up this spiral and then bring this awareness down into your body and into your breath and into your heart. And you'll see, for me personally, it's really amazing what it does. It really works. So I hope you're all enjoying this. All right. For me, it's very interesting. I feel like everything I'm sharing gets way more clearer after we do the first meditation. So I always try and not talk too much before we start with the meditation. So now that we started, I can actually talk. So thank you again, all of you, for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your beautiful heart and your voice into this co-creation. For some of you that this is the first time, we're going to speak about the tones. We're going to speak about what happens within this communication. I do my best to make it interesting, to make it exciting, to bring new perspectives every time we gather like this. So today's perspective is very exciting to me. And it's connected to Sirius. But before I go there, I just wanted to quickly for the newcomers just say that this is a direct response to what I've observed both in the water and in the energy that happens when we as humans wake up to more of who we are. So you're here, I know you're here because of your own awakening, because of your own remembrance, because of your own connection to dolphins and whales. So in simple terms, when humanity awakens, the dolphins and whales are very aware of it, and they respond by, in a way, opening layers of information that wouldn't be available unless we woke up. But to access this, the layers that they hold, there needs to be a communication. Now, when we say communication, most of the time with whales and dolphins, it's not gonna happen through words. And this is something that's very important to understand. Don't get hooked on to actually hearing a sentence, even though you can. For some of you, this is how it's gonna translate. But for most people, this communication comes through an experience. And what we do here is we use sound as a way to communicate and express what we're feeling, who we are as awakened humans, and then receive the communication back from the whales in a form of sound. And toning is a very ancient way of producing the sound that is turned inwards, and its intention is to expand your consciousness, to vibrate inside. So today we use a recording of a toning choir that produces the sounds similar to the Om sound. So when you sing Om, the M part makes the sound starting to vibrate inside and expand. But you can do that with any sound you like. So have fun today as we come to the choir part, exploring the sound and how it vibrates inside you. And what happens when you join that sound, when you merge that sound with the intention of communication, where the tone becomes the carrier of information. All right. But before we go to the choir, we have some very exciting things we want to share, look at, and feel into, and explore today. So for all of you newcomers, just kind of, go on an adventure with us. If you've never heard of toning, allow yourself to your inner wisdom to guide the sounds that come out of your mouth and how they're gonna come out of your mouth at the last part. So this is still at the end of the program, we do the choir part, okay? I just wanted to address this so when we get to toning, you're not confused. And for most of you that have done this before, I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun doing it together with us. And we move on to the portal to Sirius. Okay. Okay, I just checked the comments just in case it's any questions. I every few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, I take a little moment to check if there's any questions in the comments. So feel free to either share, ask anything. If there's anything you want to share, feel free to do that in the chat box, okay? Okay. Oh, excuse me, I went one slide too far. Okay, so portal to Sirius, I just wanted to share a few things, how this all comes together. Later, we're gonna go into a little meditation with the whale's eye. And if you've ever experienced the eye of the whale, and there's one on the screen right now, so you might have a moment with it, you might notice that it, in a way, becomes a portal. So in a way, it pulls you in and you start traveling multidimensionally. And today's event is designed to increase that, to work with that, to take this energy further and really go into the portal. And in a way, today's session is part of or kind of a beginning session for an event we're gonna do in a week. I haven't posted it online yet, but it's called the Time Travel with Whales, where we're gonna use different portals and ways to travel with the whales. So the star you see next to the whale's eye is a picture of Sirius, of course, zoomed in a lot. And why is the whale eye and the Sirius connected? Well, there's not just New Age circles, not just today, but there's ancient tribes that acknowledge the whales and dolphins' connection to the stars. And there's a particular tribe in Africa that has a big connection to Sirius, and I'm going to play a little recording of a South African shaman talk a little bit about that, the connection of the dolphins and whales, and how they believe that there are actually conscious, evolved civilization coming and living inside dolphins and whales' bodies. So if you ask a lot of people in the New Age circle, they're going to say, yes, dolphins and whales are from Sirius. For me, I always like to leave the energies open and not fully define them. Meaning in the 3D, you would say somebody is from one planet and somebody else is from another planet. And in multidimensional way, a lot of these places are connected, related, and are in constant communication. So sometimes what you feel is a portal of communication, and it's not defined in that way. So maybe through the whale's eye, you enter the portal of Sirius, but maybe that's not the physical space you're visiting, but multidimensional. So I just like to leave it open to where your experience with this can be whatever it happens. It doesn't have to be necessarily a full travel to another star, an experience of a different planet. It can simply be an experience of a sensation, of a feeling inside your body, of just noticing the connection, the portal, and the energy. So Sirius is actually what is called a binary system of two stars, and you can look at the picture on the screen. The interesting part is here that they discovered a tribe in Africa that knew that without any telescopes, and this is called the Dogon tribe. I mentioned them in my book, and it's fascinating. Like, this whole story is absolutely fascinating, and I just love the mystery surrounding it, the fact that there's information that they had that everybody said it's impossible for them to know. So this tribe, the Dogon tribe, their story goes like this. At one point in their history, a long time ago, there was these beings that landed here that were aquatic and how they looked, and their name was Nomo. And they gave them information about where they're from, which was this binary system called Sirius. They said there's a third, even smaller dwarf star inside that system, and that their planet actually circles around that third star. And they described their journey to planet Earth. They gave them a lot of things that you can't see without the telescope. So they they gave them images about different planets in our solar system and what happens, with different from Jupiter to Saturn rings to different moons of Jupiter and stuff like this, things you couldn't see with your naked eye. So they have all these knowledge that was given from them to them, and they say from this tribe, from a different star that was aquatic looking, almost like standing up dolphins. And a lot of it was given in the time when the science didn't yet know that this is a binary system. So they later confirmed that this is a binary system, and also there's a possibility, as far as the gravity goes, of having this Sirius C, this third dwarf star in the system. So this is all very, very fascinating, and we don't have too much time to go into it, but I love sharing about it. So there's this ancient tribe saying, well, we have a connection to Sirius. All of our knowledge about our solar system, about life here on Earth, and different things that were given to us, everything we're doing, comes from them. And they celebrate, their connection to that. I think it's every 56 years, and I think the time that Sirius B takes to circle around Sirius A is exactly aligned with this once in a lifetime festival that they have of 56 years of celebrating that passage. So this is all fascinating, and I love sharing this. I love opening the new perspective and seeing what happens for you. And now I want to play a part of the video. I'm not going to do a whole 7 minutes, but I'll send the link to the whole video later. But there is this African shaman, South African shaman named Credo Mutwa, that talks about dolphins and whales and the fact that they come from Sirius and that they're conscious civilization. So I love I love the synchronicity of that, the confirmation, the sharing of this. And I just wanted to share that so you get a little bit of an experience from their perspective, from how they share it. So let me, okay, the sound is on.
The Zulu people say, ulwazi luvela olwandle. The knowledge comes from the sea. Our people believe that many centuries ago, a race of intelligent creatures of various kinds chaperoned the human race into this world in which we are in exile. And members of this race went into the sea to become what we today call dolphins, amahlengeto. Over the centuries, dolphins and whales sent knowledge via dreams to human beings. The whales told us all about God. The dolphins told us all about wisdom and art and other forms of positive creativity. We black people believe that these dolphins are not fishes. They are amahlengeto, the saviors. They are people. They have a kingdom under the sea. They have stories that they tell to their children. And they have hopes for the future. We say that they came with their great emperor Wowane from the star called Sirius by the white people many millennia ago. These stones in ancient Greece, in ancient Africa, and in other parts of the world were originally used for focusing human thought and for looking into the future. This is what I am doing now. I am trying to visualize the eye of a dolphin and to call it here using this most ancient of objects. Wowane selected Vundu, his biggest dolphin. Vundu was entrusted with a tablet made of gold. The tablet had inscriptions on it, bringing to the lens of human beings the greatest and the simplest law of all. Do unto others as ye would that other people do to you. On this representation of the great dolphin Vundu are marks which detail important things that are to be found in space, suns and worlds which breed living things. The wise ones of our people, the Sanusis, tell us that all these designs are messages from the gods of the stars to us human beings. This
Okay, because of the time limit for the day, I'm gonna stop it here. with the messages to the human being. You can see them there. I'm gonna send the whole video so you can watch it later. The video was made quite a while ago, so the sound is a little off. With I have headphones on, and one sound goes in one ear, his voice, and the dolphin sound goes in the other ear, so they kind of separated the two. I hope you were able to hear it well. Okay. So for me, this has been like putting a puzzle piece together. There has been a lot of information that came together. So this beautiful shaman sharing the fact that dolphins came from Sirius. And a couple of years ago, I listened to this channeling from Bashar, which is like an extraterrestrial being sharing, and he was talking about the different races that influenced the planet Earth, which is here in the middle, and how we share either DNA, the past, or the future connections with, which means that in a way, in a quantum state, we're sharing an experience, we're sharing, in a way, knowledge and information. And he called these the phone numbers to different places. He said, if you focus on one of these, you're going to be able to contact that race through meditation, through the feeling, and so on. So when I cut out Sirius, as you see here in the upper left corner, and I focused on it, I realized I'm looking into the eye of the whale. And it was just a moment where I was like, oh, it was an aha moment for me, where this connection to Sirius and the eye of the whale connected through a little aha of like, you know, this is the phone number. This is how we can enter the portal and experience that. So this is the first piece of the puzzle, or the second one. As I was watching the video, I actually remembered I was looking up Dogon tribe and wanted to share about this today. And then I remember this video. It just happened today in the morning that I added this video to the presentation. And the fascinating part was, and I completely forgot about, that in the video, he's using a round circle with a hole in the middle to connect to the whale's eye. And for me, that was like, oh my God, you know, I already had this event prepared with wanting to share about the whale's eye, the phone number to Sirius, and this connection. And it got confirmed from yet another angle with him having a physical object that looks exactly the same. Now, I hope you're as excited about this as I am, because this is just, you know, to me, it's like, oh my God, this is like, whoa, from all the different angles, this comes together. Now, there's another, I was reminded that there's another layer to this. And this is another channeled being, Adama Saint Germain, that's channeled in Crimson Circle. And he talks about the circle with the dot in the middle being the representation of your consciousness, of your I am, of your soul. So when you try and understand the timeline, the human travels through a lifetime on the circle, but the I am, the consciousness, always stays in the middle and simply looks out into any point in time, the past or the future, to have an experience. So it's simply by zooming in to a certain place that you have an experience of time. In the center, in the I am, in that pure core of your being, there is no time, and there is a simple experience of being. So connecting all this together, when you open a portal to Sirius, when you look into the whale's eye, do you actually travel somewhere, or you simply merge with the center, and through that, any timeline and any experience, be it on this planet, be it on any other planet, becomes available. And I know, I can see in the comments, some people are commenting. I know there's more clicks and puzzle pieces coming together as I share all this, because I feel it's like, you know, we're coming back to that place of like, oh, you know, it's all there. It's all in this one simple space of being in the center of the circle. And anything, really, any experience can relate to that, can connect to that. And my intention is that this adds to understanding. So as we go into meditation, we're gonna have an experience of just going deeper into the whale's eye. And it could be any of these layers that you experience. For some of you, it might be a simple experience of consciousness, of presence, of being, of merging with the I am. And for others, it might be a whole portal into a different dimension. It might be a memory of a different planet, of traveling to Sirius. What if it's not just Sirius? What if this connection goes even deeper? What if there is another layer, a deeper place to go to? We don't know. And that's the exciting part, is like, in a way, you're not traveling anywhere. It's all right here. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention on this. I feel like, you know, this is so important to address, but there's also this, just a need in me to not say too much, to simply share the few pieces and allow your consciousness and your connection to that to organize it in a way that works for you. Okay, and I want to introduce to you a special guest for today. That is a sound master. She's been working with sound for many years. And we had an honor of having her on quite a few of our retreats, being on the boat, playing the crystal balls, playing the sounds right on the water to the whales. And I just love have, you know, all of you that have done stuff with me, you know, this is what we do. We tone, we communicate through sound, we communicate through meditation. And when you have an added bonus of having a musician, of having somebody working with sound, it is such a great experience. So I'm gonna bring Tjasa on. So how this is gonna work today is we're gonna bring Tjasa on now. We're just gonna let her introduce herself and share a little bit about her connection to whales. Then we're going to go into this collaboration of sound, image, and meditation to enter into the portal of the whale's eye, to experience the energy of Sirius, of connection to Sirius, and also just simple connection to the I am, to the being. And then we're gonna allow the crystal balls to just guide us. They're gonna still be playing, and they're gonna guide us into the last part, which is gonna be the quantum choir, as we call it. So it's gonna be the performance of our choir, where each one of us gonna add our voice. We're just allowing ourselves and our intention to guide us in the tones we create. And then we're gonna listen to the response from the whales and allow this communication to go both ways, from us to them, from them to us. And that's how we're gonna conclude. So I'm just giving a little bit of a overview of what's happening before we go into it. And now I'm gonna take a moment here to find Tjasa. And if you have any questions, anything you'd like to share about this connection to Sirius, about any aha that came out of what I shared, anything that you feel like needs to be addressed, just let us know in the comments, okay? And I'm bringing Tjasa on right now. All right.
Okay, aloha.
Yay, aloha. I hear you well. Let's see if the people can hear you. Just somebody knows, let us know in the comments. I think it's all good. Your picture is beautiful. Okay, so how would you introduce yourself, Tjasa?
Thank you, Jan, for all your introduction already. I am honored to be a part of this beautiful event, to sing to the whales, really. How would I introduce myself? My name is Tjasa, so I come from Slovenia. I travel around the world, and I'm really interested lately to see the whales and dolphins in the water. So thank you, Jan, for making these dreams come true. And otherwise, I do the sound. I use the sound to raise our frequencies. So the best for me right now in these moments are crystal balls, because I feel like they are doing a lot for our consciousness, and also the voice, which is my most important area right now, to search about the voice, because we are mostly connected in ourselves with the voice. So I try to do this. I'm doing this with the voice and other instruments to raise consciousness for everyone, whatever this consciousness is, you know.
Yeah. We're raising it, whatever it is. Okay, so what's your experience when you're either playing the bowls, so when you play the bowls and you're inside your room and maybe you're in the middle of the land somewhere far away from the sea, do you ever have an experience of connecting to dolphins and whales through the sound in that moment?
Yes, a lot of times. So even in this event, the whales just came. It was so huge energy of the whales that came in this event. Otherwise, I also, when I call them, it's like the ancient energy comes. I don't know how to explain this, because I just know this subtle energy that comes through me, like it's an ancient wine through far times I don't know, is this future, is this past, is this a present, from far times, and it becomes as one when I see the whales, and after I call them, I connect with them, and it becomes one. It goes into the oneness. It goes into this beautiful, I don't want to say white light, even if it is, you know, that is an expression, but it is a feeling, bringing that sound that goes into the oneness. And it's just a beautiful way how whales are coming and in this peaceful moment. And I just feel sometimes like it just comes through me, and I'm just there. I open my mouth and I'm just there. I just open and it goes through me. That is so beautiful to hear when I connect with whales. Yeah.
Mm.
This is one moment I wanted to share because it feels like a really special song that is connected with them. So they really respond. I also see them in physical life because they really respond. Yeah.
So what was your favorite moment as far as in the physical, seeing them respond to the sound?
I have a few moments. I don't know which one is my favorite. I will just but just like I'm singing to them, and I can feel like I was singing to them when we were now in Hawaii Island in Kealakekua Bay. So I went down to the beach, and there was this bay, and I started to sing to them, and then I felt they were like, you know, moving in the water, even if I couldn't see them. And then I went on a kayak, and nobody saw them, so nobody in kayaks. And when I started singing to them, it was like they just popped out of the water, very close, really very close. So this was amazing. And the other thing, this was one really beautiful thing that I called them. And another thing was when we were in Moorea, right? And it was amazing how this baby whale just came in our song together, when we had so much beautiful experience, letting him play with us, and with all group song that was there with him. This was just amazing.
Yeah, this is something that to me is the exciting part of exploration, is what you're feeling before you get a physical confirmation of something. So I like to ask people that I know are intuitive on my retreats, what do you feel is going to happen today? Because many times you wake up in the morning, and on the days that are going to be amazing, you know it. As soon as you woke up, you could feel something. There's this, it's almost like everything's a little more juicy around you. Everything's more intense. And I love that, playing with the consciousness. And the other way to do that is through sound. So you start singing, and then through sound you find the whale, and then you see what the interaction is. And this is the invitation for today. Okay, so some people said they can't hear you all that well because you're further away, but this is for a reason, everybody, because the main job of Tjasa now is going to be to play the crystal balls, and they get so loud that it's going to be perfect. Yeah. So if everybody's ready now, let me bring back this picture. We wanted to just share that Tjasa has on tjasacepus.com/whale, she's having a special for this group for private sound baths that she does online. So feel free to go and check. It's a 20% discount down to 70 euros just for you guys. And I'm gonna send that link out later. And beautiful. She's doing this from Hawaii. She's in Hawaii right now. So you're getting the energy of Lemuria as well as part of the sound. And before I forget, I always like to honor where the recording from the choir is coming. And this is this beautiful group of a choir from Barcelona in Catalonia in Spain. And they are called Muom. You can find them on muom.net. And they are master toners, meaning they practice toning. Some of them studied with the Siberian and Mongolian shamans to produce the overtones they do, and their sounds are really, really beautiful. So please support them and the recordings, the different recordings we play, because each one of us is around the world. Their sound creates a feeling of a choir, and then we all just add our voices into that choir, and this is how we become then aligned through the sound as well. So I'm very grateful that they're letting me use the recordings. So it's beautiful if you can support them and buy their CDs and the recordings, and this is all on muom.net. And I'll send that after the event as well. And that brings us to now the meditation part, where we're gonna see what happens as we enter the portal of the whale's eye. So we're gonna have Tjasa start with very gentle sounds and crystal balls, and I'll still guide you just a little bit into meditation, and then we're going to keep our eyes open because I want you to just align with the whale's eye through the video first before we close our eyes. So is there any comment or any questions anyone has? I think all is well, yeah? Wonderful. So this is gonna be like a continuous from this meditation into the choir after this. So just so you know, you can get ready to be seated for the next 25 to 30 minutes, okay? Just so you have a little bit of a time frame. So we're just gonna take a moment and take a deep breath. And let's start with a smile this time. So if you smile and you observe your smile as you're taking a breath, and then you release and relax into the smile. you're gonna notice that it allows your body to feel the smile. It allows every cell to connect to that. And we're gonna breathe. We're gonna smile. And actually, just for a moment, if that feels good, you can close your eyes so you connect deeper into the body, into your heart for just a second. Relaxing. Feeling the connection to the heart, the heartbeat. Knowing that every time you exhale, you can allow yourself to come back to the center, to the I am, to the consciousness of I am here, I exist. It's simply relaxing into your being. You can feel the seat underneath you. Feel your feet on the ground. And the smile that reminds you how good it is to be relaxed, to be fully here. Now we're just gonna take the 3 deep breaths with the heart, and each one we're gonna say thank you. The first one, deep breath in, we're gonna say thank you to our heart. Second deep breath, we're gonna feel the collective heart of everybody present, the humanity that sings to the whales. And thank you for all the hearts that co-create this. And now with the third deep breath, we're gonna connect to the heart of the whale, the collective grid of dolphins and whales, quantum heart of the whale, and thank you. And now just sit here with this connection as you feel it, as you relax into it. And keeping all of your consciousness very aware, very present, very connected. If you had your eyes closed, let's open our eyes again. And with the next deep breath, you just allow these springs to connect inside you. The eye of the whale, a phone number to Sirius, a simple consciousness that resides in the center of your being. And you're gonna notice that each exhale takes you a little deeper into yourself. And now we're gonna connect to the gratitude again inside the heart. One thank you with your heart, one thank you with the heart of the collective, and one thank you with the heart of the whales. And now we're gonna go from here into the experience of the choir. So gather your intention for the whales. Feel the song inside your heart for the whales. Feel the connection through the grids. And when you're ready, you can begin expressing your sound, your tone. So it is time to gently and slowly gather your consciousness and your attention within the heart again. You can gratitude for the opening of the portal to Sirius for the whale's eye, the gratitude for your own heart, the heart of everybody present as a collective, as the humanity singing to the whales. And thank you to the heart of the whales and dolphins. And don't be fooled by the simplicity sometimes of the 3D communication. The most of communication happens on the higher levels. And this door that opens into the higher dimensions, into remembering the connections between the core of your being, the I am, and many of the petals on the flower of your soul. This door stays open, and downloads and insights can come through dreams, through sounds, through different experiences that you have here. So with the next thank you, just relax with knowing that anything that needs to come to you, that is right for you, is already being communicated and transferred through the energy and through the consciousness. So with the next deep breath, we're going to gather that energy and allow it to ground down through the body, through the core of your being, down through your legs, to your feet, and into the earth beneath your feet. And we just give a thank you for the heart of Gaia. Thank you for the heart of this planet. Reminding us of how important it is to be fully grounded, fully in the body. Bringing the multidimensional here. Allowing it to express through my passion, through my excitement, through the things I love doing, through my creativity, through my words and actions. And with that, we're just going to take a moment to bless this coming year. Today, from the shortest day of the year, the day will start growing. And we simply bless our path, our journey, the year that's coming, the potentials that lie ahead. And with that blessing, with smile, and with that smile, we move our body. And as you move your body, feel especially the feet on your floor. Move your neck and your head and your hands. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, join us back in the room. So we're gonna, for the recording, remaster the sound. So I'm gonna ask Tjasa to record the sound separately. And we're gonna bring a full experience of the sound in the recording to where it's not cutting out or doing strange things. So you can expect the recording in around 2 hours. Feel free to comment anything you'd like to say, any questions you have. I want to thank you, Tjasa, for being with us, bringing the sound and the bowls and your connection to the whales into our group, into our collective heart. And of course, we want to thank dolphins and whales for always doing their part. And the connection to Sirius is something that I feel is a window that has a lot in there. So feel free to explore that connection on your own, just sitting down, either coming back to this video, looking at the whale's eye, or simply closing your eyes and going deeper into that connection and seeing where it takes you. Thank you, all of you, saying thank you here in the chat box. It's such a joy to have you with us. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to co-create this together with so many of you. Again, we had over 500 people sign up. So to me, just imagining these points of light around the planet where all different people at the same moment start singing to the whales, and then feeling how that spreads into the grids and how it grounds into the planet, and it becomes this communication from humanity saying, hey, we're awake and we're ready for more, and the whales and dolphins respond. So to me, that it's just such a yummy feeling, connecting to that, feeling that, and knowing that even if we don't know what exactly is being communicated back, I know that there is communication happening. So that's why I say be conscious of your dreams, be conscious of all of your experiences in the meditation, in just walking around doing different things, and because this information comes in so many different ways. So I hope you have fun with it. And we're going to send out the link to Tjasa's website. We're going to send out the link to the event that's coming up now in a week. I haven't put it on the webpage yet, the Time Travel with Whales, and everything else that we're doing. We're actually going to go back to Mexico, where that video of the gray whale's eye is from. And we're going there at the end of February. So stay tuned to more info in your mailbox. Thank you so much. And of course, you can see there's a third person right there with us. Always, Marie, translating into Czech. And she is a beautiful soul. I wonder if I can turn off the input. Oh, here, I'll turn it off. There you go. Now you can hear Marie. Thank you, Marie.
Aloha.
Here.
And thank you for big healing, because my voice is getting better. So thank you all.
Yay. So, and we always have a big group from Czech Republic. There's 150 people from Czech this time. And it's such a, Marie, they say her voice channels and makes them, put them into this special place where she just does magic with her voice just by speaking. So
Thank
they
you.
all
Can I
love.
translate?
Yeah.
Thank you. Jan jenom říká, že tady máme ve skupinu více než 100 lidí z Čech a Slovenska a že říkáte, že můj hlas je léčivý a přidává tomu speciální energii. Thank you very much, Jan.
So thank you for being with us and doing all the work you do. It's wonderful to have this ability to do that for different languages, different people from all over the planet. Thank you all for joining us. We do this again on Equinox in March. And until then, if you're going to join some of our retreats and events, I always love meeting people in person and hugging and sharing and going on the boat and actually singing to the whales in person. So for those of you that feel attracted to that, stay tuned for that. And all the other ones, we'll see you in March. And Marie needs to translate.
Yeah, I need to translate. Jenom vám všem děkujeme, že jste tady s námi, bylo to úžasné, potom vám pošlu všem záznam a budeme si opakovat toto událo samozřejmě zase v březnu při rovnodennosti. Díky vám všem. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tjasa. Nice to see you.
Okay, and we're going to stop the recording now, and all of you that need to go, have a beautiful evening, have a beautiful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year celebration. And all of you that want to just stay a bit longer, feel free to do that. We're going to leave this open for another 15 minutes, just if there's any question or anything. And for all of you watching the recording, thank you so much for being with us quantumly in the future. Sending all of our love to you as well. Aloha.